Hey, what's up guys? This is Church of Caboose and welcome back to my corner of the internet. In this video, I'm going to try to share with you guys some tips and tricks to help you acquire these different fragments inside of the Strike playlist, so that way you can customize your stasis abilities to the best of your ability and be able to play more of how you want. So that's going to be the purpose of this video, because we got new things to get from the Exo Stranger to make our stasis subclass even more powerful, or at least to play more how you want to play. So that's going to be the video all around getting those stasis kills inside of the strikes and nightfalls for those fragment quests. So if you do enjoy the video, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel as well as click the bell, because I stream and stuff and most of it's going to be on YouTube live, and so you might catch some of these tips and tricks live and get clues before everyone else does when I make one of these videos, or you have an opportunity to play with me on Xbox or PC, or just hang out, ask questions with my friends and I. All that stuff is pretty cool. So make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, like the video, and comment down below. So let's go ahead and get on into the video. Tips and tricks on how to get these stasis kills done without losing your goddamn mind. For the most part, these kills are going to be things like kill combatants while frozen, kill combatants while slowed, or kill things like champions, majors, and ultras while frozen or slowed. So we're going to be focusing on these different kinds of kills. Now for anything that's going to be slowed, they need to have that little blue aura around them. You can tell when an ad is frozen because they'll be completely covered in ice and unable to move. It's really obvious. But when they're slowed, they kind of have a little smoke bomb aura around them, and they're just kind of got a little bit of a blue tinge to them. So if you have a step that requires to kill slowed combatants, you want to make sure you're using something like the Dusk Mine Field Grenade, because it's really easy to suck those ads in and kill them before they get frozen. If you need to kill ads that are frozen, you can still use the Dusk Mine Field Grenade. That's what I did. However, there's a couple of things that will make your progress a little bit easier. Finishers, if it's an elemental kind of a finisher, so for example, that Ace of Spades type finisher from Season of the Hunt will count as a stasis final blow, so that will give you progress on that. You can also do things like stun champions and have them frozen and finish them off while they're frozen. You can freeze anything that's covered in ice and just clear them out with the rocket launcher, or as you'll probably see in the gameplay, some combination of all three. I highly recommend you guys consider using the Dusk Mine Field Grenade, just because unless you're on Warlock, it's probably your best option. If you need to freeze and get combatants killed while frozen and you're on Warlock, definitely consider using the Cold Snap Grenade, just because you'll be able to get multiples of ads that are frozen, but it's a little bit harder using that grenade, in my opinion, on the other two subclasses of Titan and Hunter. Now that's going to more or less kind of really be it. So you guys want to make sure you're just paying attention and reading the differences. If you have slowed or frozen, it's going to be really annoying if you're not getting progress, because you might be doing the opposite thing of what it tells you to do. So your keys are going to be to use finishers to get those ads where they're either completely frozen or just kind of a blue hinge to it, depending upon what it is, as well as using those wonderful rocket launchers and stuff to clear out groups of ads. So the exact thing I did for this week's step, or at least for the one that I had for strikes, it required to kill groups of ads that were frozen. So what I would do is I would just throw down my grenade, my Dusk Mine, let the ads get sucked in, wait for them to get all frozen, and kill them, because I put on a fragment that had some kind of an additional damage, like explosion radius kind of a thing. So it's a little bit easier to clear out groups of ads that were frozen with the Dusk Mine Grenade if I used that particular fragment. So I would suggest you guys to consider that one as well. The other thing I was doing was I was trying really hard to work with a teammate where we would, hey, you're going to stun this champion, cool, we'll throw him down like a stasis grenade, get that bad boy all nice and coated in ice, and then just finish it off with rocket launchers. That was something else that we did. And then the last thing, of course, was to make sure we had on elemental finishers, so that way all we had to do was get a guy absolute, finish him off, and boom, progress counted. The last little tidbit that I would give you guys, it's not necessarily all within your control, but if possible, play with someone that's on Season Pass rank 22 or higher. They tend to have higher completion rates and can share a little bit of experience, so it might work out where you can get things done a little bit faster, although I could be wrong, which is why I mentioned this as the last tip. So just let me know. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, who knows, but it did seem like it worked for me. I was getting by myself around 5 to 6 progress per enemy that Major Ultra I was killing that was frozen. Once I did it with the teammate that he happened to be around season rank level 30 or so, I believe, and it looked like we were bumping up to maybe more like 10% of completion for every one of those ads. So that's kind of why I have that theory. Alright guys, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to do me a favor, make sure you guys are all commenting on this video, liking, and sharing. YouTube suppresses videos that are under 10 minutes long, and like I learned from Beyond Light, it maybe isn't necessarily the best idea to just waste time and make them 10 minutes long, so that's why this one's shorter, because that's just how the time constraints make the most sense, and I was able to sufficiently cover the topic in my opinion. If you have questions beyond what I talked about in this video, feel free to let me know. I might do one for the Crucible, or I might do one for Gambit. I'm not sure. I just know this kind of video was really appreciated last season, and so I wanted to put one out for you guys today. I am Church of Caboose. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Have a great week, and happy grinding, y'all.